Hi everybody, welcome to our EAC session here at the Niagara College Open House. We are going to talk to you about what EAC is. So that's engagement, advising, and career services. So we are all one nice big department here to help you transition into Niagara College, throughout your studies at Niagara College, and then out into the career world to get the job that you want. So my name's Dana Brown. I'm your student experience coordinator, and I work in the engagement part of EAC. And with me today, I have some lovely students and our team members as well. So we have Barb from Academic Advising with us today. She's going to tell you about what an academic advisor can do to you. And we have Erica, who works in co-op and career services, who's going to tell you about how you can get started with your co-op process if you are in a co-op program, and what career services can do to you to help you with your job search. And then we have two amazing current students with us who are going to share a little bit about their experiences, not only with their co-op program, but also how they got involved during their time at Niagara College. So we have Emily and Shelley, who are both second-year students in the office admin program. So Emily's in the office administration health services program currently, and Shelley is in the office administration executive program. So we're each going to talk a bit about our areas and then come back and talk to Emily and Shelley at the end. So I'm going to pass it off to Barb first because she's kind of going to represent advising, who's going to see you off and set you up for success here at Niagara College. So Barb, take it away with academic advising.
Thanks, Dana. So I'm Barbara Haig. I'm the academic advisor at the Welland campus, specifically for community services. So what does an academic advisor do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So we provide you with specific information about your program. Like today and coming up, we'll have some Kickstart sessions and other sessions that you're welcome to attend, and we hope you come out too. We're here to help you adjust to college life and the demands of the program, and we're here to support you on your entire academic journey, right from the start all the way up to graduation. We're here to connect you with additional college supports and provide tips for academic success. We're here to assess and discuss your academic progress and standing, and we help you establish realistic educational goals in future planning as well. So when should you see an academic advisor? You're welcome to see us anytime, talk to us about anything. If we aren't the right area, we can always connect you with the area that you're looking for. But specifically, an academic advisor is here if you have concerns about your progress in a course or in your program. If you're looking for additional support, such as peer tutoring, academic drop-in sessions, and lots of other supports that the college offers. Maybe you're interested in changing programs. You realize it's not the right fit for you and you're looking for another program at Niagara College. We'd love to discuss that with you. Maybe you're looking to withdraw from your program because it's not the right time for you. Or you're looking for an individualized academic plan, maybe a reduced course load that we can definitely discuss and set you up for your success. Or if you're looking for options after you've completed your program, we have lots of bridging options to university and other options out there. So a couple keys to success in your program: definitely attend orientation on Friday, January 8th, when you can meet your faculty and your classmates. We always suggest to students use an agenda or an online calendar to keep yourself organized with all your due dates. Always check Blackboard and college email every day, and connect with someone, connect with a group, connect with maybe a Facebook group that Dana has set up that's program specific, connect to a second-year student for peer mentoring, or connect to someone else in a study group. And if there's no study group available, then maybe start one. And I'm sure your other classmates would be happy to join in. So some of you will be in a co-op program. So at this time, I'm going to pass it on to Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica. I'm the co-op consultant within the Career Services Department at Niagara College. Your career is one of the most important decisions you are going to be making, and we're here to help you reach that goal. So the Career Services Department introduces these services to you right from the very beginning, and that starts off with our Kickstart pre-orientation program, which helps students transition into college life. And then also we have our co-op program-specific orientation sessions, which we go over all of the details for that co-op program that you are going to be entering in. We offer individualized one-on-one appointments with career consultants and then also program-specific co-op consultants. Inside of these appointments is we're going to be going over how to create resumes and cover letters that are going to gain attraction from the employers and our industry partners, and also how to make you feel confident going into those interviews and how to go forward with creating your professional career portfolio. We also assist you with your job search and how to network, also career focused workshops and employer recruitment events. So we have employers from all over that are looking to recruit Niagara College students. The Career Services Department has a dedicated portal, which is called My Career. And on this portal, we have everything job related, which is how to do a 30-second elevator pitch, down to resume samples, how to effectively do a virtual interview. All of these resources are available to you, whether you're a co-op student or if you're a non-co-op student. We have career coaches that are available to you on a drop-in basis. And currently right now, we're doing everything virtual. So all of our services are done right now on a virtual platform. So we're going to help you how to take headshots at home, and we're going to help you how to nail that 30-second elevator pitch. And ultimately, we're here to guide you throughout the entire process. So that's something that we want to make sure that you feel confident and prepared, because we have many employers that are looking to recruit our students. But first, we want to make sure that you have great things to be putting on your resume. And one of the ways to do that is to be getting involved on campus. So I'm going to pass it over to Dana so she can give you some information and tips on how to get involved on campus.
Thank you, Erica. So it's me, Dana, again. I work in the Center for Student Engagement in Leadership within the EAC department. And yeah, basically our whole center is to get you guys involved outside of the classroom so you can have all those things to add to your resume that make you the best, most well-rounded candidate when it's time to get your dream job. So some different ways you can do that through us is start to do things outside the classroom that develop your soft skills. So those are the things that employers are looking for beyond your education that are really going to give you the ability to talk in an interview about your experiences. So things like leadership, communication, teamwork, problem solving. That's what we're about in EAC, to give you that whole toolkit of all these skills and then help you be able to talk about them when it's time to get the job that you want. So we have a leadership program, and it has been adapted to be done completely online and virtual. It's called the LEAD program here at NC. There's 3 different levels, and that's one of the top skills and experiences that all employers are looking for in any field is leadership. So you can develop those skills through our department completely free at your own pace from the comfort of your home through our LEAD program. You can also get involved as a peer mentor or mentee. So that's connecting upper year students with new students and helping on an advice-based program. So that could be with the job search, that could be handling all the demands of your program, that could be just how to meet people in this virtual world through Niagara College. So we always encourage our upper year students to be a mentor so they can give that advice. And then for our new students, it's really great because they get to talk to someone who's been through it before. And we always like to say here at Niagara College, the more people you meet, the more opportunities come out to you. And those are the experiences that you want to be able to have when it's comes time to your job search. So we also really encourage students to get involved outside of the world of Niagara College through community engagement and volunteering. So even though everything's virtual, there are still a lot of nonprofits in Niagara that need student volunteers that are following public health guidelines, and there's tons of virtual opportunities. And we really stress the importance of volunteering and adding those extra experiences to your resume, because employers want to see that you've done that. An experience is an experience. It doesn't matter if you are getting paid or volunteering. Those are great opportunities for you to share to get that job that you want. So all in all, we have lots of programs throughout EAC to help you gain a competitive edge when it comes to getting the job that you want, because that's why we're all here, to help you get the job that you want. And essentially, we're going to help you do it. So I wanted to invite back Erica and our 2 amazing current students who are going to share some of their wisdom and experience from when They start at Niagara College. So obviously we asked them back because not only are they co-op students, but were also and are still very involved outside of the classroom and are great examples to maybe all you future students of kind of what to do and how it's paid off for them. So I want to welcome back Emily Irwin and Shelly Durliat. I didn't want to screw up your last name. So like I said, Emily's in Office Administration Health Services and Shelly's in Office Administration Executive. So they both have been through different stages of the co-op process. They both are really involved outside of the classroom and have given a lot back to other students, especially now that we need that connection so more. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to throw it to Erica to kind of talk about your co-op experience first, and then we'll talk a bit about how you guys have gotten involved and made your NC experience the best.
Thanks, Dana. And just like you said, these students have gone through the co-op experience themselves. So I just wanted to ask, and maybe we'll go for Shelly first, and then we'll go to Emily. What was the most important services that were offered to you during your co-op experience?
The most important for me was the one-on-one, and with that being able to like go through your resume, go through your cover letters, but the most important was learning how to dissect the job ads and picking out the key points and using those to your advantage.
Yeah. Emily, what was most important to you?
I really enjoyed the prep classes. So we had a few of them throughout the year. They helped us break down the different skills, like soft skills and hard skills that you wouldn't necessarily realize that you actually had, as well as how to put together your cover letter and your resume specific to the individual jobs. It was very handy.
Awesome. And then did you find that the job postings that were on the My Career portal that were specific to your co-op, did you find them suitable for your program?
I did.
For me, I already had my eyes set on one specific co-op, so I didn't actually use those ones going in.
That's awesome. And you don't have to have the job just from the My Career portal. Students are encouraged to be doing their own independent job search, which is so important because we all have different connections, whether you gain that connection from Dana's services or from your own community partners, or you already had your eyes set. So that's great to be kind of opening up your horizons and opening up that networking. That's one thing that we at the Career Services Department make sure that you have those skill sets. What skills did you develop during your job search and interview process, Shelly?
I learned the writing skills, like helping to perfect my cover letters and making sure that like my resume was detailed to the actual job that I was applying for. And one of the big things though was confidence and learning how to network and being comfortable with being out there.
Yeah, definitely learning how to network was a big thing, as well as I learned how to really streamline and not repeat myself. So I wasn't putting the same things that are in my resume and my cover letters, which I think was something I was always struggling with, as well as it became quite a good thesaurus. So not repeating the same words, finding different words that could mean the same thing. But if you're constantly saying, oh, I'm good at this and I'm good at that, it loses kind of the appeal. So interesting.
And confidence is so important when you're job searching and you're talking to employers. And that's one of the things that we encourage students to come to that one-on-one appointment and really dissecting the job posting, because that's what the employers want to see. Shelly, you're about to go out on a co-op work term. How would you describe kind of like you're leading up to that co-op experience?
The biggest thing I would say is making sure that you're prepared and being organized. And I think it helps you to stay like on top of the advertisements and different things like that, and being able to actually secure your co-op. Whereas instead of leaving it to the last minute, right? And I think that's very helpful.
Emily, you've completed 2 co-op work terms. Can you describe those co-op experiences for us?
They were wonderful. Actually, I learned a lot. One of them was cut a little short due to the situation, but I actually learned a lot from that as well. I learned not to be afraid to ask for help when I really needed it during my co-op, and to ask for feedback on a daily basis instead of kind of waiting for it to be given to me. I think that really helped. It was just a really good experience overall. I highly recommend them.
That brings me to my next question. Is co-op valuable, and do you see the added benefit of choosing a program that has a co-op in it? So Shelley, you're in the midst of all of this. Do you see the added value?
Definitely. I think having the co-op allows you to get the actual experience, the hands-on experience, and hopefully be able to secure full-time employment after the co-op is done.
It's like, I agree with Shelley, it's the hands-on experience, but it also gives you a little kind of insight of what you're actually going to be doing when you enter the real world, because your career might not exactly be what you envisioned it when you got into classes. And at the end, you get to leave with not just the experience, but you also get your networking connections. And if you did a good job, you get a great letter of recommendation. So they come in handy.
That's awesome. And now what we want to make sure is the students that are watching these videos who are choosing Niagara College as their potential school, we want to make sure that they have all of the advice that they need in order to make their decision. If you could give these students a piece of advice, what would it be?
For me, I would say to make the time and invest in yourself, because you're only going to grow personally as well as professionally.
And I would say, don't be afraid of maybe being turned down for a co-op that you applied to, and not to be afraid of applying for something that you might not meet every qualification. Just because you may not meet it all on paper doesn't mean they won't give you a chance. And yeah, I wish someone had maybe told me that when I first started.
That is such good advice, and I hope that the students take that advice. Now I'm going to pass it back to Dana, and Dana's going to ask some questions about how you guys got involved on campus to become great students.
Thank you, Erica. So kind of to go off that advice piece, I think why we got so involved with getting students involved outside the classroom was because students would come back and say, I wish I took more advantage of all the other things outside of the classroom while I was at Niagara College. So like I mentioned, Shelley and Emily have popped into my mind as soon as we were thinking of involved students, because truly not a lot of students take the time to do extra things outside their busy lives. Like, we know there's so much going on, but both Shelley and Emily have come out to all the events, not that are part of their class, extra things, have applied to jobs, have been helping other students, have volunteered for us. So I wanted to ask you each, maybe if you can remember, what first got you to do this and to get involved with something outside of, just academics, coming to school, going to class, and then leaving? I'll start with Emily first.
Okay, so it was maybe the first 2 weeks of class, and I was sitting in one of my office admin classes. Tom Price, our current president, came in and was talking about the peer mentoring program. And he said something along the lines of, everybody in your class can get a 90%, so what's going to set you apart? And well, I really kind of took it to heart. So I signed up for that peer mentoring program as soon as he basically left the room, and from there it kind of snowballed, finding a volunteer, joining the lead program, being a mentee to now mentor for, I guess, second year now. So yeah, just from like that specific instant, like what will set you apart.
So we have to send a thank you card to Tom Price, but I feel like so many students do say that it snowballs. Like, once they start getting involved in one thing, there's just so many other things, because you realize that it is giving you that confidence piece too, because you're just exposed to so much more. Shelley, do you remember what got you involved initially?
Initially, it was Tom Price. It was at the open house last year. And just talking about the being able, once you start volunteering, and it gets you out of your shell as well, right? And helps you build the confidence, helps you build with your networking skills. And before you know it, like, you're doing it, like things that you never thought you would actually do, and you are. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, and just being open to whatever opportunity came my way, and being comfortable with that.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like the more, I know it's different now because so many things are virtual, but back when we were on campus, like all the different things that our department in the school was putting out, like you guys came to so many of them and took time out of your lives to go to them. Do you guys feel it was worth it, or do you remember a certain activity or event that you're just like, wow, I'm so glad I came to this, or like I learned one little nugget today that I'm going to remember forever, or met like a really great connection?
I think it was when I volunteered at the OCCCIO. So it was a tech conference, which is completely like, I am not technical at all. But I learned a lot about cybersecurity and a lot about like privacy and things, confidentiality. And I thought to myself, hey, if I didn't come to this, I never would have learned all of this stuff, which is actually so important in every career. It kind of was like, oh, I am doing like the right kind of thing. So that really, one of those events, which is, it just stuck out. It was a random one to sign up for, but it's worth it.
How about you, Shelley?
For me, last year I signed up for the CIBC Run for the Cure, and it was something that I had always wanted to do, having to do with women and cancer and all of that, and it's touched my family quite a bit. So to be able to do that and to do it on my own, which was something that was a big step for me, to step out of my shell, to go to that event and do that by myself, and just being there with all the women, hearing their stories, and just being a positive impact on me and being supportive for them was huge for me.
And there are so many different opportunities. Like we said, it can have nothing to do with Niagara College. It can be everything to do with Niagara College. But even if you do one thing, that's what we tell new students. Just, if you're here for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, just do one thing that you wouldn't do before. And you never know who you're going to meet or what it will end up meaning to you, or you're going to learn about cybersecurity. So I know Erica already asked, kind of from the co-op aspect, what's one piece of advice you would give to future co-op students. So now I'm going to ask you, just for any Niagara College student that might be here in the future, just one piece of advice. It doesn't have to be about academics, just like one little thing that you're like, oh, I wish someone told me that. What would it be? Emily, you're first.
Make some friends outside of your program. It took me quite a while to meet people outside of my program, but now I'm probably closer with them than I am with some that I was in class with. They just have so much different insights, and they bring so much else to the college experience. That's a big thing.
Thanks, Emily. What about you, Shelley?
I would say definitely take that leap of faith, have faith in yourself, and get involved. And just because you never know, like finding the growth within it's incredible.
And we've got your back, no matter if it's on campus or like this. We are still like a small college team family, and we've been on virtual sessions together. We've been at events late at night at the college. Like, these girls have helped, clean up after an event when they haven't had to, or they come out to all the things we didn't think anyone would go to. And that's why they're here today. And that's why we're asking them for their advice, because they took that leap of faith. They talked to people outside of their program. And we're here to support you. So like Emily mentioned before, don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's connecting with Shelley or Emily, who I'm sure you'll see at some point, and us too. Barb and the advisors, and Erica and the whole career services team, even if it's not within our area, we're going to help you find out what you need to find out, and we want you to make the best of your NC experience. And that's kind of, I feel like, our department in a nutshell. But I want to say thank you so much to Emily and Shelley for coming on and sharing a bit about your experience, because you guys are kind of the epitome of the Niagara College student that we want to share. But if you do want to learn more, and we do have a Facebook group for new students where we can hook you up with other students and learn more about what's coming up in January. And we do have a website to find your academic advisor if you do have academic program related questions. That's just niagaracollege.ca/academic advising. And then if you do have a career related question, if it's about co-op or a program that doesn't have co-op but career related, you can email nccareerservices@niagaracollege.ca. And anything else, you can hop on the live chat and our amazing team members can answer your questions that way. So here's the team all back together once again. And we just want to say thank you guys for spending however long we recorded this for to listen to what we had to say. We hope it meant something to you, and we hope we get to see you around one way or another here at NC.
Hope to see you soon.
Best of luck.